If you're spending time looking for load-bearing backpacks, you know that the Mystery Ranch 3-Day Assault is a name that keeps coming up. Now there's a reason for that. It's had a long reputation for durability, smart layout, and real-world usability. Now this here is my 2008 non-BVS version of that 3-Day Assault pack. Now you can see on the back of it here that it does not say 3-Day Assault. I'm not exactly sure why it doesn't have the 3-Day Assault embroidered into that top flap, as most modern ones do. But either this one was made before that production took place, or I've simply got a unicorn here. But the point of today's video is not necessarily centered on the pack itself, it's centered on the accessories that I have to go with this pack. These are things that expand some capabilities as far as being able to carry this helmet, as far as being able to carry additional gear, and even first aid IFAK. I'm Curry, this is Robert's Bushcraft. Let's take a look. So we've decided to come in out of the rain and get under the protection of our porch at our beautiful, tiny off-grid log cabin. Now guys, I'm gonna take this pack off and I'm gonna set it up here so we can highlight the kit items that I've got that will enhance and expand the capabilities of what this pack offers. So guys, this is my 2008 non-BVS version of the Mystery Ranch Assault Pack. It's the 3-Day Assault. Now, even after all these years, it still stands out as a well thought out pack. Now, mine uses the classic 3-zip design. And you'll see here, once I get this particular accessory out of the way, it uses the classic 3-zip design. It's got the Futura yoke system, as you'll see in here. Internal hydration compatibility, as you know, comes standard with all these. It has side pockets, and as you can see now, I have canteens in here. Side pockets, these sleeves that go down. Stowable waist belt. Now, when I purchased this particular pack, it came with these live wings. Now, this is an add-on that I'm not sure if Mystery Ranch still offers these or not, and I wish I could get a better picture of this. But what this is it's just an add-on that you can buy, or could at one time purchase, that slips right over the waist belt that comes with the 3-Day Assault. What that does is it takes, well, it's simply put, it puts padding on this webbing. And as you guys know, any kind of load-bearing equipment, padding is it's an absolute must. You have to have that for comfort. Now on here I have the this is an old Paraclete MVG pouch, but again, that's not the highlight of today. This isn't Mystery Ranch, but just to highlight that a little bit, these live wings slip right over the belt that comes with this pack. Now on paper, this pack gives you about 33 liters of capacity, weighs about 4.4 pounds, and it's built for versatility and mobility. Now, the 3-zip opening is one of the biggest selling points of this pack, or these style packs, because it lets you get into your pack quickly without digging through it like it's a top loader. Now, that alone makes it practical for real use. Now, the way we pack our gear is a little different because we're always around water. No matter where we are, whether it's here at the cabin, whether it's a little further down by the river, we're always by water. And as you can see, it's raining today. The way that we like to pack our gear is like this. Inside this, now I just mentioned that you don't have to, the point of the tri-zip design is so you don't have to dig around like regular packs. However, we do things a little differently. Everything that we carry is inside these seal-lined waterproof sacks. So what that does, folks, is it does a couple different things. It allows us to waterproof our gear to the point where it's rainproof. But if we're ever to fall in the river or have to cross the river, we can use these as personal flotation devices. So it makes it's another piece of gear, keeps you protected, and also keeps us safe. And you literally have to swim. You got two choices: either you cut your gear loose and swim to the surface, or you hold on to your gear and you drown to death. We prefer not to drown, and we prefer not to lose our gear. So we waterproof it all just like this, so it becomes a personal flotation device. Now, I'm going to take this out so you guys can see the inside of this pack and kind of give you a quick rundown and show you the nameplate on here, because I'm sure somebody out there on the internet is going to say that because this is not embroidered 3-day assault, that this isn't an actual 3-day assault. I'm going to take my gear out. Right now, this is short-range patrol stuff. I've got in here poncho liner, bivvy, some food. So minimal gear for running around out here and playing in the woods like we like to do. But this is the inside of the pack. And now this is another handy dandy piece of kit. We can go over this in another video at some point in time, but we carry these in all of our gear. But this is the inside of this pack. And as you can see, just slid around, here is the data plate for it. Gives you data manufacturer, and you can see 3-day assault. So again, why it doesn't have it embroidered here, I'm not sure. Maybe this was military issue, and maybe all the military issue didn't have that. But I won't keep kicking that dead horse, because here it is. Now inside this pack you will see, and I didn't want to make the video about the pack specifically, but one hand feeds the other. So inside the pack you've got a row of PALS webbing, and then you have this pocket. Now the pocket comes in pretty handy for obviously storage and keeping things separated. One thing that I think is really neat is the radio system. Inside here you have zip pockets on both sides, and then down the front you have these sleeves. So you can, guys, your imagination is the limit as far as what you can put inside this pack. I love this pack. It's a perfect pack for me because it makes me think about what gear I'm taking with me. This isn't one where you can throw the kitchen sink and the dishwasher and haul it out in the woods with you. This specific size pack makes you think mission specific oriented gear. So that's a little bit about that pack. Now I have a more in-depth review on that pack coming soon. Well, I say coming soon, but at some point in time. But the pack itself is not actually the focus of today. What I want to focus on is things like the Stick It. Now, this is the first removable add-on that we're going to cover today, and it's one of those accessories that adds flexibility without making that pack feel clumsy. The removable Stick It. Now, again, this is one of those accessories that adds flexibility without making this entire pack feel clumsy. Mystery Ranch designed it as a latch-on expansion panel, and it's especially useful for carrying bulky items, and one of them being something like my hard-headed veteran's ballistic helmet. Kind of gave you a little spoiler there. That's really what I use this for, but it's not just dedicated for helmets. It can be other bulky items. So guys, you can see what I'm doing. This is a super simple and very well thought out add-on. And the beauty of it is, with all of these add-ons, this isn't just dedicated to this pack. If you have a pack that has the MOLLE system, you'll be able to use these accessories. So there we have it attached at the bottom of the pack. And we simply roll it over just like so. Now it uses contouring pleats so that it can actually wrap around larger items instead of just acting like a flat flap. It has an HDPE sheet for structure. You guys can see that there. So it keeps it, it's not just a loose piece of fabric. It is, it's on both sides. Now the stick, it weighs about 6/10 of a pound, so it's a little over half a pound, and it measures 15 by 10.5. Now for me, this add-on really highlights one of the best traits of the 3-day assault platform, and that's adaptability. Now these guys are pretty neat here. Just slip them on like so. Now, obviously, you can adjust this to your needs, but I like to put it right here. It just makes it easy. You clip these bad boys in, and it's there to stay. So I'm gonna clip this other side in over here, and then we're gonna show what this pack looks like with that helmet stowed beneath this stick. It's pretty slick. As with everything, it's all adjustable. Simply unbuckle this, put your helmet in, easy peasy. Cinch it down on both sides. Now I have an easy way to carry this helmet when it's obviously not protecting my brain bucket. You can see, guys, that this is cut, and it follows the very same shape as these adapters for your MVG mounts. So again, you can adjust this to your liking. These clips can be moved up higher if you need more stability this way. Second add-on is this Mystery Ranch Daypack lid. And this one really pushes the pack into modular territory. Adds 900 cubic inches, or about 14.7 liters of additional storage. It has 2 separate compartments, and one of the pockets can hold a water bladder. And you can see, here's a port for your hydration tube. That's right through here. Mystery Ranch has also built in hidden straps, and that turns this day lid into a mini backpack. Multi-purpose gear. That's the future of the world. Right on the front here, we've got this nice, robust handle system here, handle strap. And a lot of times, like what I like to do is just go ahead and clip in my carabiner. Now, you guys, there's a little story behind these ropes that we like to carry. 12-foot sections. We do this because when we're crossing rivers, applications for these things are endless. So we like to carry rope with us everywhere we go. And the easiest way for me to attach it to my gear is either through carabiner or directly to my pack. But this system will allow me to do something just as simple as what I'm doing right here. Easy access, it's out of the way, and it's always where I need it. I grew up calling this stuff Velcro. I know that's the commercial name for it, but here we have a large panel to use so that you can attach things like nameplates, morale patches, what have you. The inside of these compartments are rather large. Inside, I have an ORC Industries poncho. This is a full-size poncho. This is in the OCP camouflage. Now, guys, I know it's a bit of a heresy to claim a camo other than the M81 Lord's Plaid. Gotta tell you, for our area of operation and the things that we do, this camo, it's hard to beat. We'll look over in here. So guys, this is one of the compartments, and really I don't have a way to show you with any degree of accuracy just how much room you have in here. So let's get creative here. Magazine. You can see that there's plenty of space in there for magazines. Now I don't know that I would carry magazines up here because, you know, obviously you have to keep weight and load distribution in mind, but this is simply to give you an idea of how much space you have in here. Now the length of rope that we carry easily fits inside there. So you want to drop your pack and you still have tasks to do around camp or wherever you are. You can drop your main pack, load this up, and carry it and take care of whatever task you have at hand. The other side, the companion compartment, is the same as that bottom. And here I've got all kinds of stuff shoved in here. I've got, these are some straps that I use to attach this lid to my 3-day. Some hearing protection. And one of the handier pieces of gear that I have is the Light Fighter pack cover. Now, we'll have some links below in our description box to Light Fighter for this, as well as, you know, some of this Mystery Ranch gear. But this is the Light Fighter pack cover, and inside we have our one of the most useful devices I think I've had my hands on in quite some time, as far as being able to see what is out and beyond, and that is our thermal device. But these things easily fit in here, and really your imagination is the limit. You can carry food in here. This is an excellent option for carrying more sustainment, like food, things of that nature. But that's what this is. And we'll show it on as a pack. And then I'll show you one more use I've discovered for it, and I'm rather fond of it. Check this out.
So Dad has discovered a good use for this Daypack lid. This thing could work great. Obviously, depending on what you have packed inside of it, this could work great as a camp pillow. Let me show that off now. Especially if you carry things like a schmog or a, you know, rain cover, poncho with you like this. You know, these could work great. In addition, this thing to make a really nice, lofty camp pillow. So that's one less thing you have to bring if you have this lid.
So there's two methods that I like to use to attach the lid to the pack. One is by using these split bar buckles. Now these came with the USMC chest rig that we have and we like to run. But I don't like to dedicate these buckles just to this specific gear. So for me it's easier to use these grim locks. Now these grim locks will go right through that loop. We'll attach right. We'll go through the loop on the pack. Easy peasy. And now this is attached. I'll go ahead and get this attached down here. But you guys can see that this is now will be locked in place. You can make fine adjustments as the pack is put on, but this is pretty much how we do. So here we are. The lid is attached to the pack now. You can see that I have the stick still attached. Now I've expanded the capacity of this pack by quite a bit. Carry my helmet now, carry additional gear that I need to get to in a hurry. The pack lid can detach now, and I can carry that off and do more task-specific things around camp. So again, this is how I have this attached. I'm using the grim locks and some of the split bar buckles, but I prefer the grim locks. It just makes it so easy to take this off. Now we'll get into the third accessory. Now this isn't necessarily pack specific. Now the sticket isn't pack specific, and the lid, none of these items or accessories are actually pack specific. They're made to where they can adapt to a wide range of Mystery Ranch packs. This one you don't have to put on your pack. You can attach it to your plate carrier, or if you'll see as I do here in just a moment, I put this right on that live wing of the pack waist belt. The last add-on is the RFAC. The RFAC is a compact individual first aid kit with MOLLE attachment. It's got one-handed access. Now, easily seen if I had this attached to a pack. One-handed access and a detachable inner panel. Check this out. This is pretty neat, guys. You take this, rip it right out, and we'll show this here in just a moment with the first aid kit, or the IFAC contents in it. Now that can be customized for your medical supplies. This does not come with medical supplies. You'll have to add your own. You can unbuckle it, you can grab it, you can pull that red tab out for free immediate access. So here's my IFAC. Cat tourniquet, compression gauze, everything that you would need and hopefully never need. So guys, this is not exactly how I'm going to run this. This is a kit that I've transferred from one IFAC to this just to see how it lays out. And it does hold everything that I have in my kits. So probably going to go through and rearrange some of this stuff just for better fit, better placement. Because, you know, I don't want something like this to snag while I'm trying to get that out. This gives you an idea of exactly what this kit looks like. To keep everything nice and neat, and there we have a neat compact IFAC, and it will go right place it right inside the kit bag. And as you guys can see, zips up easily. Tuck that in nice and neat. Kind of get this out of the way so it can we can take advantage of that rip away function if we need it. So there we are. That is Mystery Ranch's RFAC in Coyote Brown. Now the hook and loop tape up here, useful for putting medical information on, blood type, things like that. Compact, neat little kit, and I love the tabs because the tabs allows me to use the grim locks that I like to use to attach a lot of other accessories to my gear with. So as you can see, the MOLLE on the back, and I'll show you guys what this, now actually you can put this on plate carrier. So this would actually go very well. MOLLE it on right here. Easy to get to. So I'm not going to take the time to put that on here because this kit is not what I'm going to run on this plate carrier. But I will put this on that backpack. Earlier I talked about the live wing pad system that can be purchased separately from these packs. I'll take this off real quick so that you can see how that works. And again, I don't want this to be the highlight of this video. This is the standard waist belt that comes with this pack. And as you can see, there's virtually no padding there. So that's what these things do. You buy these and it adds that extra padding. So wonderful. And I've got this looped in, so I don't want to take that off. But I did want to kind of highlight that so it made a little bit more sense than just trying to explain what it is. But it slips right over the waist belt and now you've got that wonderful padding on the inside of it. It also gives you the MOLLE panel, and that's where this will attach for today. I won't go through and weave in every single panel, but I'll do enough to give you an idea of what this looks like once it's on. At least you guys can't see my hands. That's why I wore these gloves. I'm trying to go a little slow so that you can catch more detail like that. Go through the bottom, and that just tucks right into the bottom of the last piece of MOLLE, just like so. So here's my 3-day assault with all 3 accessories: the Daypack lid, the Stick-It, and the RFAC. I'm going to put this on and maybe head out just a little bit more. I've got some gear that at the end of the property that I need to bring back here. This gives you a good idea of how you can expand the capacity of this 3-day assault pack. And guys, as far as packs in this size, this has been my absolute favorite that I've ever put my hands on. Remember to check the description box down below. We've got a companion article that's going to go along with this review. This really is more, not necessarily a review, but really more of a first look. But we'll have more in-depth detail about this stuff on that companion article. We've also got a newsletter. Promise not to spam you to death, but go ahead and put your name and email address in there. And from time to time, we'll send you out deals that we find on gear like this and other things that we think might be important. Gabriel has a specific section on the website to where he talks about the complexities of life. But guys, I just want to thank you for joining us today. I'm Curry. This is Robert's Bushcraft. This is the Mystery Ranch 3-day assault with some pretty tough guy accessories. Defend the weak, fight for what you love. May the wings of liberty never lose a feather. God bless.